For 32, the purpose of the physical sciences is to predict the order in which events will succeed one another. Human behavior also can sometimes be successfully predicted. However, even successful predictions of human behavior do not provide an understanding of it. 4, understanding a human action requires knowing its goal, even though such knowledge of goals either cannot or need not be obtained in the case of non-human behavior. So let's break this down into different parts of the argument. What category would you put this first sentence in?
Background.
Yes, like, hey, this is the purpose of the physical sciences. And then we say human behavior also sometimes can be successfully predicted. I would say that this second sentence is also background information, right? We're like, hey, and sometimes this can happen. But then we have this point of contrast where we're like, however, even successful predictions of human behavior do not provide an understanding of it. What does the word for introduce? What part of the argument do you know?
I feel like it provides support.
Yes. So for, since, and because are all premise indicator words.
Okay.
So we have for, we don't talk like this anymore, right? We don't say like, we should get ice cream for it is hot outside. We would say we should get ice cream because it's hot outside. But that's how it's used in argument structure. So for, understanding a human reaction, action requires knowing its goal, even though such knowledge of goals either cannot or need not be obtained in the case of non-human behavior. What does that support?
The conclusion?
Yeah, and so what is our conclusion?
I would say, however, even successful predictions of human behavior. A lot of.
Excellent. Yeah, and our reasoning for that is what follows, because that's all support for that. We're giving this for understanding this to support this idea.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what answer did you choose for this one?
So I chose, let me look back. I don't remember.
Okay, so B says one cannot predict an instance of human behavior without an understanding of the agent's purpose in engaging in that behavior.
And so I crossed out, I'm looking at my document right now, and I crossed out A, C, and D, and I was left with B and E.
Okay, so let's restate the conclusion, the main conclusion in our own words. Our conclusion is successful predictions of human behavior do not provide an understanding of it. What is it referring to?
Physical sciences? No. Human behavior? No.
Yes, yes. So even successful predictions of human behavior do not provide an understanding of the human behavior, right?
Okay.
But saying like we can predict what's going to happen, but that doesn't mean that we understand why it's happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
So B says one cannot predict an instance of human behavior without an understanding of the agent's purpose. Is that true?
No.
No, we're saying like, hey, sometimes we can predict it, but that doesn't mean that we know what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why B's wrong. And then you said, okay, so let's go on to C. So C, in at least one case, but not in others, understanding an event consists in the ability to predict the occurrence of the event.
That's irrelevant.
Yeah, that's irrelevant. Excellent. D says the goal of the physical sciences is to predict the order in which events will occur. That's not what we're talking about.
Yeah.
E says the methods used to predict human behavior must involve reference to the psychological states of human agents.
Irrelevant too.
Right, and it has must involve, like that's way
Yeah.
too. Where A says successful predictions of human behavior do not constitute an understanding of that behavior. Like that's exactly what we're saying there. And so that's why A is going to be a correct answer.
Okay.